Interesting. Oh, there's him.
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
Smile and reach out. Reach out, hand and shake his.
He grips your hand tight as a vice and shakes it, hard.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
An errand? Well, that sounds slipperier than a void-woken eel.
Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling.
Shrug. We all have to do what we have to do to survive.
That's the truth. For me, for you, for everyone in this place. Why not help each other get out of here?
You're keen to get out of here. How does he think that'll happen?
The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I'll wager it'll be no worse than what'll happen if we stay put. 2 heads are better than 1. And when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need?
Say his wayfarer skills sound useful.
Can do. Onwards.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Looks like you've got quite a busy little crew already. My instincts tell me to travel with a smaller pack. But if you happen to lose one, you know where I am.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess we can leave him. For now. Oh, okay. I think I still have an improvised wand myself. Oh, water. Oh. Okay. Okay, elemental totem. Conjure incarnate. Personal elemental that matches the ground surface it's summoned onto. Your incarnate can be buffed with infusions. Once you hit summoning ability level 10, the colossal incarnate champion will answer your summons. The status of summons will depend on the cast level and summon ability. Oh. And she already knows these abilities. Okay. Hold on. Okay, that's what this is. Okay. Launch a magical missile from your staff that deals 5 to 7 water damage. Damage is based on your basic attack and receives a bonus from intelligence. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, let's go with that. A little bit of magic damage isn't gonna hurt much, I don't think. Leader in sight. Oh, God. That's gonna be. Now, who is this lady?
As you approach the blacksmith, you feel a bony hand on your arm. Fane leans in and whispers in your ear.
If it would be acceptable, I have an inquiry for this human. It is of a personal nature. And if it would not be acceptable, well, that would render this entire conversation rather awkward.
Tell him to go right ahead. What's the worst that could
Fane
happen?
approaches the blacksmith and quietly speaks to her. You can't overhear much, but he seems to be gesturing towards her head an awful lot. Fane's words are quiet, but you hear the blacksmith repeat, "Face Ripper," in shock. She slowly starts to back away.
What is it with creeps like you and Master Niles? I told him to slither back to his dungeon, and you can get too, freak!
Fane backs away, scratching his head. It seems that didn't go as he'd expected. He is lost in thought, though. She must have said something he found interesting.
Is it not enough that you travel with me? Must you speak? Go on then, bark away. Let's see if we can
rude.
find any method in it.
Ask Fane what our next move should be.
Well, I thought a brief swim in the sea, lying in the sun for a while, and maybe read a nice book. Or perhaps, and this is just a thought, we could find my mask and escape this wretched island.
You must seem very alien to Fane. Ask what he thinks of your people.
I think of them as little as possible. As much, I imagine, as you think of gadflies that buzz about you. Not that there is anything wrong with you, of course, just that you're, well, not all that impressive.
Shrug. Humans are no better or worse than any other race. They're prone to hatred and infighting, but they can come together when it's most important.
As impeccably mundane as I have come to expect from this world. Regardless, further study will be required. In fact,
The skeleton pulls a notebook from his robes and starts scribbling. After a moment, he pauses and looks back to you.
Sorry, do carry on. Just act as you do in your natural environment. Simply pretend I'm not here.
So this mask he's looking for. You're curious, his people, the Eternals. What are they like?
This is perhaps the first intelligent question you have asked. After all, one should always try to learn from one's betters.
A smirk. Of course, that's what you're doing.
My people are a race far beyond anything that exists in the world today. We seek to master the secrets of the universe. We craft wonders to last through the ages, long after your crude tools have rusted to nothing.
Pretend sense when he should be using the past. Wonder what they look
There's
like.
a great variety among our people. Some are tall and lithe, others short and muscled. Some come in a variety of eye-catching colors, Others you can barely see at all. This is what makes you such an abomination, you see. You almost look exactly like every other human out there, just as every lizard looks like every other lizard. Walking through this world is as repulsively bland as staring at a wall for a century. After a while, the very sight of you disgusts me. No offense, of course.
Ask where these wonders are now, if they are built to last.
I do not know. There are rumors that some have been found at the Black Pits, an oil field on Reaper's Coast. I was trying to uncover the truth when I was waylaid by these magisters. But wherever the artifacts of my people are, I will find them. We have not simply vanished into thin air.
Correct him. He keeps using the pretense when he should be using the past.
No, I should not. Not yet. Not until I know what truly befell my people. And, after all, I am still here, despite the Voidwoken's best efforts.
Here's the subject. Ask Bane why he's so ignorant about the world.
Ignorant? I dare say I have a better knowledge of this world than any creature living in it. Oh, I may be missing some social mores or be unaware of what king waged which war, but why nitpick?
You agree? You always did find history a little tedious.
Waiting for a letter is tedious. What I have gone through is torture. Your history is an interminably dull list of mortals that were born, achieved nothing of worth, and then died. Certainly one may have expanded his kingdom, or another invented some way of pickling fish, but what does it matter? Where will your kingdoms be in 100 years? In 1,000? They will all be dust, along with each and every one of your great heroes.
Ask the skeleton what is worth knowing then?
Your people and nations come and go, mayflies screaming their importance at a universe that cannot listen. But the universe is always there. The laws that govern your states change over centuries, but the laws of the world. Even when my people walked this land, a dropped apple still fell to the ground. I have yet to see the mortal king that can decree all apples must fall up from their trees, or order fire to produce cold instead of heat. No, these laws stretch to infinity. Understanding them lets you understand the world. That is knowledge worth having. Everything else is arguing over who has built the prettiest sandcastle as the waves creep closer.
So this mask he's looking for, what is it? What is it exactly?
The Mask of the Shapeshifter? In my time, it was nothing more than a novelty. A toy, really. I crafted one for my child once. She spent the day trying to convince me that she was her mother, even though the face I used looked nothing like her. Of course, now that toy could be the difference between life and... well, it makes a difference. With that mask, I can shapeshift and walk through this world looking like any other simple mortal. I could look like a lizard, a dwarf, a human, any creature whose face I can procure. It certainly makes traveling through towns easier.
Not thoughtfully. Toy or not, it could be a powerful weapon.
Trust you bloody-minded beasts to turn a child's trinket into a wicked purpose. People like you are the reason it must be recovered. I am using the mask to keep myself safe from the violence of this world. Who knows what evil it could do in the hands of some mortal witch.
Wonder how he feels about having to hide his true face in fear.
Fear? Please. Why would I fear these creatures? It's a practical choice. Nothing more.
Oh.
Moving through this world is so much easier when you don't have to lecture some torch-wielding lunatics on the dangers of an open flame.
Interesting. Ask how he crafts a shape-shifting mask.
Oh, it's quite simple. One just acquires a face, a source orb, and combines the two to make a face mask. Combining several of these single face masks along with a source orb will produce a mask of the shapeshifter. Frankly, I'm amazed everyone isn't doing it.
Suggests that maybe there aren't that many spare faces lying around.
Oh, of course there are. How many hundreds of thousands of you people have died over the years? Almost all of them seem to have been disposed of while still wearing perfectly serviceable faces. It's a terrific waste. Still, without the proper tool to remove the face from a corpse, I cannot take advantage of the many cadavers you're providing. So if you happen across anything that seems capable of ripping a face off a body, please do let me know.
Okay.
Oh, Dallas, you maniac.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
Okay, let's see what she's got. Oh, dimension bolt, carnate skill book. Okay, what do you unlock? Ranged attack for your incarnate. Provides 10 magic armor. Amount depends on your level. Increases damage by 25%. Oh, interesting.
And what you after?
Ask her what she's making.
I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever, Dallas. Made these herself, for those bodyguards of hers. Boy, they're sharp.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something?
Yeah, I suggest that you let her take some of her wares out for testing before you decide whether it's good.
Nothing of mine needs testing. Pay or walk. Just don't waste any more of my time.
Say you'd like to learn a little bit more about the contraption she's working on first. How'd she come by it?
Found it in the scrap heap not so long ago. We used to know each other back in the day, you know. Dallas and I. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but once she joined the Order, she started turning out all manner of oddities.
Ask if it was Dallas who invented these God's awful collars.
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of questions?
He says she knows more than she's letting on. Say your collar is tight and ask if she could loosen it a
For
bit.
you? Hell no.
Pressure the issues. And she does know how to manipulate them, though.
That's for me to know, and you to get out of my face. Buy or shove off.
Ask what
All
she has
manner
for
of
sale.
things. Have a look.
Okay. Escape from Fort Joy, the imprisoned. Not another color, the black. Oh.
The woman looks up as you approach.
What do you need?
A few questions.
Hammer got you curious. Yeah, funny name for a gal like that. When I knew her, the Feather would have been a likelier name.
Ask what she remembers of Dallas.
Oh, I don't know. She was a sweet soul, quiet, loved her family. Always seemed strong as I recall, but she didn't come across as no fearless military leader back then. She was just a girl. People do change, don't they?
Ask if it was Dallas who invented the gods.
She nods once.
Clever lass, her. No wonder what Alexander sees in her. Question is, what she sees in him.
Amidst a crowd of
And what you after?
Oh, okay. Ask her what she's.
I ain't.
she looks up.
You looking to buy something?
Oh, one of these contraptions,
Found it in
pretty
the scrap.
dangerous.
Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the...
She nods one.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of questions?
You sense.
For you? Hell no.
Ask her who might be worthy of her service.
Worthy is exactly the right word. You know, someone who's proven himself might earn my time of day. Speaking of, you haven't. So buy...
Okay, okay. So let's reload.
As you approach the blacksmith, you feel
If it would, and if it would not,
Fane approaches.
What is...
Fane backs away. Amidst a crowd of...
And what you after? I ain't.
She looks.
You looking to buy something? Found it in the scrap. Never knew her to be much of a wrench.
She nods.
You looking to buy something? Or do you... For you? Hell, worthy is exactly the right
Okay.
word. You know, some...
is it not enough that you go on then? Well, or perhaps, and this. Oh, as much. Not that there
Alright,
is
now I'm
anything
just
wrong
gonna
with
go
you, of
through all
course,
this
just
again.
as regardless.
The skeleton.
Sorry. Do carry on. This is perhaps the first intelligent question you have asked. After all, one should always.
Okay,
My
bite
people
tongue
are a
alert.
race far beyond anything that exists in the world today. We seek to master the secrets of the universe. We craft wonders to last through the ages. There are rumors that I was trying, but wherever the artifacts of my people are, there is a great... This is what you're almost walking through... no offense, no, not yet. And after all, I am still
Okay,
ignorant.
enter the world.
Oh, I may be missing some social mores or be unaware of what king waged which
that he
war.
doesn't seem
Your
to be.
history is an interminably... Certainly, where will your... They will all be dust, along with each and every one of your great heroes.
What is
Your
worth
people
knowing?
and nations come, but even when I have yet... No, that is knowledge worth having. Everything else is
So this
arguing
mask he's
over who
looking
is
for,
built
what
the
is
mask of the
exactly?
shapes I crafted, of course, with that it certainly makes traveling through towns easier.
Okay. Oh.
People, I'm using the mask. Fear, it's a moving through this world. Oh, it's quite... Combining, frankly, I'm amazed every... Oh, of course, almost all... It's a terrific... So if you happen across anything that seems capable of ripping...
Okay, there we go. Alright. And we're back out of that.
The woman looks up as you approach.
What do you need?
Few questions about
The hammer
Dallas.
got you curious. Yeah, fun. Oh, I don't know. People do change.
She nods one.
Clever lasser. No wonder what Alexander sees in her. By all means,
Okay,
get an
there we go.
eyeful.
Okay, so these are conjuring abilities. %10 discount. Okay, so she doesn't have this. Unlock ranged attack for your incarnate, provides 10 magic armor. Amount depends on your level, increases damage by 25%. Requires summoning 1, cooldown 3 turns. This is 288. Ew.
Follow the rules, or else.
Okay, I'll follow the rules.
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter a match and let some of that frustration out the right way?
You smell an opportunity and ask her to elaborate.
Winning has its own rewards, if that's what you're after. Slip down the hatch and talk to Thorn. Put those greasy hands of yours to work.
Oh.
Please, a delivery. Surely you'll have one. Please. Scram. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm very tired. Abominably tired. Beg your pardon.
Camp Boss Grief.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato. As you approach, he looks up, setting the potato, but not the sharp little knife, down on the table.
What?
Ask if he's in charge around here.
Who's asking?
Do you come to him as a kinsman seeking guide?
He smirks and holds the little knife up to the light, watching it glint.
I'm listening.
Say you'd like to secure the release of the elf Emerio.
Myro.
Myro.
Bloody elves. I guess you mean the clown I caught stealing from my kitchen. He's not going anywhere.
Ask what he's meant to have stolen.
Supplies. A crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet.
Make a proposition. You'll find the stolen supplies and bring them back, and Griff will free Amiro.
All I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal.
Are you interested in trade?
Have a look.
Huh. Okay, there is something I want to take a look and test. Maybe, no, I can't. Never mind. Never mind.
Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up, elf.
Well.
Will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers left?
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts, and doesn't look up as you approach.
Seized by a destructive spirit, you stomp on his foot? No, we ain't gonna do that. Cough and ask him if the ground is really as interesting as all that.
The ground? I don't know what you... I'm just trying to work it out. What happened? Why?
Ask the lizard what's on his mind.
My mind? What else, my friend? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the Voidwoken, the Divine. Why?
The why is a mystery. All that matters is what to do now.
No doubt the two are related. Perhaps if we can reverse the cause of our misfortunes, we can stop this madness before it goes any further.
Let's see what he's got. Oh, what are these? Armor of Frost Skill Book. Requires 1 Hydrophis. Cures burned, poisoned, stunned, frozen, suffocating, and petrified. Set magic shell for 3 turns. Cooldown 4 turns. Ooh. Hail Strike Skill Book. Icicles fall from the sky. Rain Skill Book. Restoration Skill Book. Oh. I think I would definitely like those.
If Her Majesty finds us on it, you forget my name here.
Interesting. Let's talk to this dwarf now.
Ho ho! Ain't come to shake me down for my knickers, have you? You're all I got left after your buddies were through with me.
There doesn't say you're not one of the brutes harassing people here.
That's so. Huh. You look just like 'em. But then again, I never was the best at telling your kind apart. No harm intended, of course. I've had more bouts of scabies